I think today I just wanted to talk about how having mental illnesses can really get you down, and you just have that feeling of hopelessness with it. I don't know. Overall, I'm definitely just kind of going with the flow, doing my best to accept the illness. It's bipolar type 2, which is also known as bipolar depression. And I do deal with other illnesses, social anxiety, generalized anxiety, PTSD, which I'm pretty much, I'd say I've overcame that for the most part. It's still there, but not as much. And then agoraphobia, which is, making it difficult to leave your house. And I deal with that, I would say, quite a bit. And it's tied in with the anxiety and the social anxiety, of course, because it is an anxiety disorder. But there are some days, like I said, I try and go with the flow and just accept it and do my best each day. But, for example, today, sometimes it hits you really hard, and the reality is like right there, realizing, whoa, I have this illness, these illnesses, really, and for the rest of my life, it'll always be there. There's no cure. I understand that it's possible to be able to improve, and it's possible to be able to manage it at times, so that way it's not as painful. But there are times where you just can't fight it, and you're just having to just wait it out and wait for that better, brighter day. For me, with the bipolar 2, what that is, for me, mostly depression. Most of my days are either mild depression or some deeper depression. Ever since medication, though, I take Lamictal and Cipralex. Ever since I've been taking them, it took about 7 months for that to work, but it definitely eased my depression. I don't deal with deep suicidal thoughts and just suffering, constant suffering, really terrible depression where you just can't do anything really. So I'm grateful for the medication, and although the side effects, my hair loss and that kind of thing, it's not a lot of hair loss, it's just a lot of thinning of hair, and then on the top I try and cover it up, but that's okay. Although that kind of bothers me, I try just to embrace it and realize I need this medication. It has saved my life, I believe. Suicide-wise, I've had the thoughts just basically because I've just been tired of fighting and tired of feeling so bad for so long. I don't think I would ever do it, but it's definitely part of the illness that you do kind of go there. So I have to accept that too. But like I said, medication, I haven't really gone that bad. But you know what? My life is still really challenging, and depression is still there at times, and along with the anxiety and everything else. So day to day, it is a challenge, and I'm finding that the more I'm learning about everything, and it's taken time, but the more aware I've become of myself, I think I can just realize how my life is going to go. Like I said, it could improve. There are things I can learn along the way that might make it a little better or a lot better. Who knows? But for now, the pattern has really been this mild to medium type depression that is there for, like, if you take a month, I would say it's there, I don't know, more than half of the month is depression or days that are lower. And then as for good days, what I consider a good day would be not this wonderful, great day, but it's just I can function with ease. I can get up, I can shower, I can work, I can look after my mom, I can cook meals, I can take care of all that kind of stuff. The bills, medication refills, groceries. And I can do that with ease, and for me that's like a win. That's like a wonderful day because so many days are low. So when I get those good days, I feel so grateful. But of course, in the back of my mind, I know the dark days will come again. It's just part of it for me lately. And when I say lately, it could be like 6 months, a year. Really, I can't really pinpoint. I should be tracking it. I have been tracking my mood, but I did stop doing it, I don't know, 4 months ago maybe. So, yeah, depression's sort of been the main theme in my life. And it's just, I don't know, there's just, sometimes you just sit back and look at all this and go, oh my gosh, how am I doing this? How am I getting through the days? You know, I'm struggling, and medication has helped, but it's not going to help completely. And then there are things I can do. I'm well aware of all the things of consistent sleep, exercise, eating healthy. And I'm aware of that, and I try and do some of those things. But for example, exercise is something I completely quit doing, and I haven't been doing that. Maybe a little bit, but not really. I consider my exercise deep cleaning in the house, which is, I'm just grasping at straws. I shouldn't be putting that down. But then again, I get a good sweat going because I work really hard when I do things like that. I go at it, you know, so it is a workout, but you know, let's be real. I should be walking and doing other things. So I really think it's, you know, dealing with a lot of depressed days that have made it difficult to do that. But at the same time, I know in my mind that if I did get to exercise, no matter how I'm feeling, it would lift that depression a bit. Like, I know that. And that sounds so straightforward, like just exercise and you will feel a little better. But when you're feeling depressed, it's just so difficult to, I don't know if it's finding the motivation or just pushing yourself through that illness and that difficult time. For some reason, because I haven't been able to push through it, I feel like, part of me feels like a failure, like I'm obviously failing and I'm just not doing it, and maybe I'm not pushing myself hard enough. But then there's that other part that says, it's an illness, like, you are having a hard time, don't beat yourself up so much. You know, there are times when you just can't embrace everything and do the things people say you should do, like, and I just go back and forth, which is not good, because I'm always thinking, for most of it I think it's my fault and I shouldn't, but there are times when I realize it's the illness. So that is probably a lot of people that deal with mental illness or depression or anything can definitely relate to that struggle of, you know better, but it sometimes just feels impossible. Sorry about the noise. Someone's doing construction sort of in the other apartment, and they have a vehicle pulled up, so I don't know if they're putting laminate floors in, but it's pretty loud. I guess that's it. I've been talking for almost 10 minutes. I just wanted to share a little snippet of how I'm feeling. And yeah, it's one of those days that, you know, I'm having a fairly good day. I've been having a good day for the past 5 or 6 days, so it's been a relief, and you know, it's it's how a lot of people live day to day, really, that normal, balanced mood. I just wish I had more of them, so it's a big part of why I'm on this journey, is to try and get to that place where I can feel some more peace and just be okay with myself and accept my illness, and I just want it to be easier, I guess. So I guess that's it. I will talk to you tomorrow, guys. Take care, everyone.